Hi guys, welcome back. I hope you're doing well today. Also, I haven't really noticed the echo in this room until right now, so hopefully it's not annoying on your end. I'm just cleaning up my little area because I do a lot on this desk. And I want to do a reading. I want to do a card reading. It has been kind of a wild ride the past few days, personally, since this Scorpio full moon came through a few days ago, like 5 or 6 days ago. And my rising sign is Scorpio. So I'm feeling it. And the full moon in Scorpio, personally, it landed in my first house, which is all about identity, who you are. It's the house that's ruled by Aries, which is my Sun and Venus and Mercury sign. So I'm feeling a lot of release of like old ways of being. My South Node is in Scorpio. So for those of you who understand what I'm saying here, for those of you who don't, I'll summarize. Basically, this full moon that happened, and every year at the full moon in Scorpio, I am able to release old ways that I identify myself as, right? I'm able to release some old characteristics, and with the South Node there, and my Pluto and my Saturn are all in Scorpio, plus my rising in first house. So there's a lot of release, and especially around past life kind of skill sets. I carry through this, I carry the skills with me, but there are also some, let's call them bad habits or tendencies that are a part of my character because of what happened in previous lifetimes. So anyway, I'm feeling lots, and I have a lot that I'm focused on right now and that I'm creating, right? My North Node is in Taurus. It's the opposite of Scorpio where my South Node lies. And so I have incredible skill sets in being independent and transformation, like tearing down things to rebirth them. But it's a lot of really intense, destructive energy. Not that destruction is bad, but it's what Scorpio rules. And its polar opposite, the axis of Scorpio, is Taurus, which we're in Taurus season right now. And Taurus is all about building. Taurus wants to produce. Taurus wants to lay a foundation that's solid and sturdy. It's an earth sign. It's the second sign of the zodiac. So it's, gone through the phase of here I am, what can I do, which is Aries. And now it's like, okay, well now I've kind of gotten a taste of what I can do. Now what can I make? What can I create? What can I produce that's going to take shape in a tangible form? So I hope you enjoyed that. And grab coffee if you haven't yet, or a cup of tea, or something. A glass of water is always a good idea. Get my water. Crystals in the cup. And let's do a reading. Put that a little farther away. Put that over there. Okay, and like I mentioned, I was just feeling a lot of feels. Even like 30 minutes ago, I had to reapply my makeup because I cried all of my mascara off 30 minutes ago. So I'm just putting on some oils that help ground. And they just really help to create a mindset and mood shift. They facilitate that very nicely and quickly. Some of the blends that I just put on are specifically meant to help open the heart chakra, bring in forgiveness, and ground and kind of move any overthinking out of the head and ground the physical being into the body and into the earth. So I'm already feeling better. I'm going to start this reading off today with just some general guidance from the Indigo Angel Oracle deck, which is one of my personal favorites from Doreen Virtue. I'll leave the book out. I don't typically read from the booklets, but maybe today we will. Anyway, this deck, I'll make a wish. Subconscious, what are we wishing for? So we can definitely, so that's guidance, around like what this reading is going to bring clarity about. Like, what are you wishing for? What are you wishing? What are your deepest desires, your fantasies, your wishes? We are going to pull 3 cards from this deck that are going to just give us a lot more insight around what is going on. What is the message that needs to be given and received today? Thank you, angels and guides. Thank you for letting this message be clear and understandable. That was really bizarre, but we'll work with it. There are 3 right there stuck together, and 4th. I'm being guided to take them all, so we'll do that. You're understood. So I understood that correctly. We're going to take all these cards. So they kind of all popped out like this. So first and foremost is actually a card that I pulled for the collective a few days ago, and it's Archangel Michael. And so automatically just know that you're protected. Your dreams and your wishes are protected, and to keep them protected, to cherish them. This is also a cutting away of anything that isn't serving you. So you can see Archangel Michael here has this sword behind him. He always carries a sword, Archangel Michael. He's considered the bodyguard, and this sword is on fire. It's not just going to cut away. It's like going to cut and burn away anything that isn't serving you. So if you still need to do a release ceremony from the full moon energy that happened last week, you can. It's definitely not as potent as doing it at the full moon, but if the intention is there and you go through like your own ritual or ceremony, then that counts. That means something, and you can do that anytime. You can always do a cord cutting ceremony. So ask if you feel like you're being held back, if you feel like you're being connected to something that's draining you, whether that's a person, a place, a substance, a situation. If you feel a connection to someone and it feels like they're trying to get something from you, or it feels imbalanced, or it just depletes you, or it makes you feel not so good, it doesn't fill you up, it drains you, then these are what we call energetic cords. And it's incredibly easy to have cords attached from you to objects you love, people that you love, people you don't love, but maybe you have to work with them every day on something. People from your past, you usually can feel this the most when there's like a relationship dynamic that you wanna end it, but you don't know how. There's probably a cord attached. So I can do a different video on how you can cut your own cords and that process, and how to send love through those attachments to the individual, and what all of that means and all of that. So I need to remember to note that down. But there's a message here that you are protected no matter what. And also, if you feel like doing anything that is going to further allow you to release situations or relationships or dynamics that aren't serving you, to do that. I definitely just got sobriety in my mind, so that's a message for someone. So it can be substances, it can be toxic relationships, it can be relationships that aren't even necessarily toxic, but they leave you feeling less than, or they leave you feeling depleted, or they're not like, meeting you halfway or adding to your life. You feel like you're constantly giving. So, okay, huge message. Release and relax. So again, we need to let go. We need to know that we're safe. Oh, and Mother Mary? Wow. Uber nurturing protection vibes going on. Mother Mary. I just want to do this right now. That card does not come up very often. And you are not alone. Sorry, quarantine nails, guys. I have not gotten a manicure in about, a few months. I didn't even get one before all of quarantine hit. But that's okay. Manicures are my own, favorite form of self-care that I go out and have another person do for me. I just love it. And having my nails done, I feel like a wonderful, just not like a wonderful person, but I feel really put together. I do feel beautiful. There's a message here to nurture ourselves. There's a message here that we're not alone. We're very understood. We're actually all, this collective is going through this experience together. And even though it is, it's affecting us in different ways, clearly, we all have different lives and different ways of working, different ways of living. But this is a global event, and there's a beauty in that even though we might not feel safe, we're being reminded that we are super protected right now. And also to go with it, relax, release into it, just let it go, 'cause you're not alone. We're in this together. Play! That's super important message right now. Both decks. Let's pull one from each of these decks. These decks live together. Okay, so we definitely got the play card, but let's see what else comes out here. Thank you, angels and guides, for letting this message be clear and understandable. So grateful for the guidance. One card, please. Oh. That wasn't the one. This is the one. Blessing in disguise. What appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust. This says release, relax, but trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way. I'm getting a huge message to calm down. Back it up for a second. you might think that you need to do all of these different things right now, or that you're behind in some way. Like, oh, this pandemic is changing everything, and people are already coming up with new businesses, and they're already changing this about what they're doing, and what am I doing? I don't even know. You know, there's that. There is this feeling of, for some, not for everybody, but there is this feeling for some of us that, like, I need to get going on this before it's too late. And what the message is that that's incorrect. That you don't need to trick yourself into thinking that you're already fucking up. Excuse my language, sorry. But actually, this whole thing is a blessing in disguise. You're not alone in thinking this. Really, you just need to relax, and you need to let go. There's some more things that need to be let go of in this pause. And yes, there are definitely things to take action on, but those things are more, how can you take care of yourself? How can you nurture yourself? These are Taurus themes. How can you find pleasure and satiation in your home, in your food that you put in your body, in where you rest? Because Cancer rules the home, but Taurus rules the kitchen and the bedroom. Meaning, they want beauty and comfort and pleasantness. Taurus is ruled by Venus. So there's a lot of this underlying feel of, I need to do things, I need to make this happen, I need to go. And that's kind of a part of the old way that was very masculine in energy. That was like, do, go, go. We're all driving around like crazy people, when now that we can't, or now that it's not really safe to. It's not that we can't, like, you can, but there's a risk involved in getting out there. And so we're being guided to turn inward. We're being guided to bring out the feminine energy in ourselves, in our home, and thus in others. And what that means is we're now going to be softer. We're going to move a little slower. We're going to listen a little bit more. We're going to let go of some more things so that when it truly is time to act, you will really be ready. And so the cards that came out were leadership and claircognizance. It is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. Pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. Claircognizance is just this, you just know all of a sudden something. Like, you just know. And you don't know how you know, but you know it. It's not clairvoyance where you see it in your mind's eye. It's not clairaudience where you hear like a voice or guidance orally. And clairsentience, it's not like you like feel something and you sense that it's there. Claircognizance is just, you just know it. So it's a trust that you're protected right now, that everything is okay, and that it really is time to trust in yourself, to turn inward, to find out how you can bring your leadership qualities, even if you're not necessarily a leader. How can you bring forth these qualities that are leadership qualities? Being observant, having integrity, being fair and just, but also keeping the big picture in mind and everyone's needs. You know, how can you embrace the fact first that you just have all of this leadership potential in you, and second, trust that when the time is right, you'll know it. When the time is right, you will know and you will act. So there's a lot of faith reminders happening right now. There's a lot of cooperation with the universe saying, it's okay, we've got you. Just like rest right now, let go of some things, trust that this is all happening like it's supposed to, and that it's not only happening to you, there are others feeling this way too, which is even more so why it's important to step, especially at least mentally, into the leader that you are right now. Let's get out some tarot cards. So a lot of leadership and wishes, like what's your big wish? And this isn't like oh, I wish that cute guy would like me. Or, oh, I wish that I could have this. It's like, no, what is your deep desire? Like what is your deep, deep wish? That's what this is about. That's what this reading is about. What is it that you want to bring into the world? What is it that you want to manifest? What is it that you want to create? How is it that you see the future? What does it look like when you look into your future? It's a better way of phrasing that, I guess. You know, what does that dream look like? What does that fantasy look like? So, all right. So as far as us each individually, collectively, generally, stepping into our wisdom and our leadership qualities, and how can we move forward in this crazy time. Thank you for letting this message be clear and understandable. One more. Sorry for the suspense. 3 of them kind of popped out, so I just had to kind of intuit how that was supposed to go, like what placement there. So we've got a lot of clarity coming through. Yeah, you have so many options. And the options are debilitating. It's like, can't someone just tell me the one, like the one that I'm supposed to choose? Tell me which cup to choose. I don't want to choose it. I just want someone to give me the answer. Gosh, how many of us really like operate that way? I mean, I've been doing it too, and I don't even like to think of myself as that. Oh. Okay. Let's see how these all talk. I'll show you guys what this looks like real quick. We'll just kind of do a little this thing here. We got this. Okay. So you can see what cards we had pulled out earlier, right? I know. I'll get a better camera soon. So we got immediately this Eight of Pentacles, so putting in the work, the Wheel of Fortune, moving along with time, putting an end to sleepless nights, to anxiety, to nightmares, just like not letting this affect you anymore. You're taking your power back. There are lots of options, not sure which one to choose, mostly because maybe you chose one in the past around love that did not work out. And so you're moving on from that and definitely moving forward into your power. You've made a decision. There's definitely a decision. Like if you didn't, most of you in this scenario know, like you know what your wish is at this time. And you know what you want. It's really more so a matter of like how to get there. And so for those of you who already kind of know or have like a decision that's been made, even though you can't see the how, the way to get there is to trust and also exude your leadership skills. So what we have going on here is so many options. You have so many options that you can take, and honestly, any one of them can be satisfying, but what's the problem is when you don't choose. And if you don't choose, you're going to miss the boat. You're gonna miss the wheel. Here's the thing though, like even though you're in a process of like you're about to place your order to the universe, you're looking over the menu, you know the options of what you can choose to be brought out to you, and you're looking it over, but you have made a decision. We have the Two of Wands there. There has been a decision that has been made. You haven't acted on it yet, and mostly because there are still a lot of unforeseen factors. There's still a lot that you can't see yet. That would make sense, right? We're in a whole new world right now. So you've been putting in all this work in the past, and you're in the right place at the right time. Like where you're supposed to be right now is where you're supposed to be right now. Blessing in disguise card. You are not alone. Relax. Okay. You're in the right place at the right time, even though it might feel like it's not where you want to be. Trust that you're in the right place right now. This decision that you're walking into making, there's been a tendency to not make the decision because of fear of making the wrong choice again. In the past, you chose maybe a love relationship over career. That's one possibility here. And the love relationship didn't work out. And now you're like, I should have focused here instead, or I should have chosen differently. And that's giving you like a reluctancy to actually like choose. And a good time to, if we're wanting to work in a 3D linear timeline here, a good time to act on this choice is not today. It's not right now, but it will be in another week and a half when we have the new moon in Taurus come through. So it's okay that there's still a choosing, like when you're waiting in line to order your food at a restaurant before you go and sit down. Let's say it's one of those restaurants, and you're pretty sure you know what you want, but you just kind of need another second to observe. Like you're just taking a little bit more information before you act, and you see someone's waiting behind you and they're ready, and you go, oh, I just need another minute. You can go ahead of me and order. And they go, oh, really? Oh, thanks. And you go, yeah, no problem. Great, thanks. It works for me too, because I need like another 30 seconds. We're in that 30-second extra right now. So it's fine. It's okay to kind of really use your intuition and your claircognizance. Like, tune into that. Like, is this the right move to make? You know that it is, and it is. And you don't have to know how it's going to work out, because you're not gonna. So don't let that hold you back. And you're not letting it hold you back, because we have in this future card, the Nine of Swords reversed in this future position. So there aren't going to be sleepless nights around this dilemma. There won't be anxiety over like so many things. Blah. Now, I laughed kind of at the very end with what card popped out, because immediately these two popped up together. So we have the Magician. So it was showing me again that, you know, even though there's a reluctancy to choose right now because of decisions that you've made in the past that didn't work out, and because you put in so much hard work too, and you're maybe worried about like experiencing that letdown again. Two things that are coming through right now. You already know the decision, and it is actually none of these cups. And what it is you creating something new. See that cup on his table? You're like, hey, okay, so here are my options. I can either choose from all these great things. Well, this picture doesn't look so great, you know. I love the cat tarot deck of this one, because it's like clearly all things that cats love in each one. It's like a ball of yarn, there's a fish, there's like a fluffy bed, you know, there are like these different things. So my point being, yes, oh look, you have all of these options. You can do that, or you can do that, or you can do that, or you can move here and do that. You have the whole world at your fingertips, but none of it is going to make you happy, because you are the one that's going to create your cup. You're going to make a new cup. You're not going to choose from one of these options, because not one of those things is going to make you happy, and you know that. And so you've decided, you know, none of those cups are going to make you happy. None of those options are actually going to work. And you can't see what it is that you're really choosing, because you are going to be creating it. Okay, so underneath the Magician card also was the Six of Cups. So there's like, it's all you that is going to create this, but there is going to be a person that is going to silently support you and lift you up and allow you to create the world that you're creating. So there is a soulmate connection. This person could be older than you. They don't have to be. And this person is definitely someone that you will have a soul recognition with. They will bring feelings of peace and harmony to you. And especially, this is a past life connection, because we also have the Devil card here. So this person, there's going to be we talked about cords at the beginning of this. Cords can last throughout lifetimes. They're not tangible in the 3D realm. They're an energetic force that operates in the 5D realm, and the 5D realm doesn't die. So we have the Devil here, meaning that Well, I think two things, and probably both of these will happen when you will have a knowing of this person, right? The claircognizance. They might also have this leadership exuberance about them. So they could be in a leadership space, but they two things. This person is going to feel very familiar. It will feel harmonious, and there will be physical attraction between the two, because the devil is all about that. And there will be this strong pull, this very strong pull, that not only is this soulmate tied to you and you are tied to them, but I'm getting that you're tied in very beneficial ways. Like, you remember each other as loving and caring and nurturing, and have amazing sex. And you've both actually manifested each other. So if you're going through, so here comes the love life. If you're going through a relationship ending right now, or you chose incorrectly in the past, you don't have to worry about that, and that was all meant to happen, because the timing is showing up. It's coming, where this soulmate, if you're familiar with the twin flame concept, there is some twin flame type energy here. But there will be a very strong soulmate connection that will appear and help support you and guide you through this. Yeah, there's a lot of collaboration. You guys will work together and continue to develop your mastery, your skills. There is some wounding, there is a need for, there's relationship stuff ending, but it's coming together for you. So that, if that's for someone out there, we have the 9 of Wands. So you've definitely gone through some battles, and you've maybe been a little wounded or beaten up, but you're hopeful. You're still there. But here's the thing. Then we have the 9 of Pentacles reversed, the Lovers reversed, the Tower card, and then the Ace of Pentacles. And the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, this is definitely a woman who is in a relationship, or this is a person who what I'm seeing is that for some of you who are wondering about your love life, the person this soulmate person who's going to be coming into your life, they are currently going through an ending of a relationship. And and they're wounded. They might have some wounds or baggage from this experience. If you're going through this right now, know that it's for the highest good, and that actually you're being guided to big change right now, and there's a massive soul connection that will be showing up soon. But not yet. You have to let go of any other old baggage first. You need to nurture yourself and take care of yourself. You need to strengthen and bring out your leadership qualities and your trust in your ability to create what you want, and that you don't have to settle, that you have multitude of options for you. But even if you can't see what your best option is, if you trust in your intuitive guidance, I mean, you already know the direction that you want to move in. It just means that you are going to need more patience with yourself and others, and you are going to need to know yourself and trust yourself incredibly. Bit of a doozy. Good to see you guys. I hope that helps. Let's just see what was on the bottom of. How do we take that message when there is no bottom of the deck card? There are no other, hidden motivating factors. This is like pretty clear. That was a pretty powerful reading. Oh, okay, So this is what happened. So this is the bottom of the deck card, and I was like, what's happening here? So what's happening that you don't even really need to actually see is that there is an ending happening and a breakup, like a heartache happening, or that has happened, and there's massive healing happening right now and resting. That is the quarantine card, urging us all to rest and meditate. And when we wake up from our nap or our healing, that we will be able to step into a new identity, one that is more true to our core and our foundation of who we are. And this new identity that we are stepping into or waking up to is going to allow us to build on a solid foundation. It's 4. So 4 is foundation, 3 is change. So my love to you if you're feeling any heartbreak, but know that it's actually something that is guiding you to this really very strong and powerful soulmate connection and ability to create what you want. And it promises abundance, new ways of prospering. So I will leave you there today. I hope you are doing well and take care of yourselves.